Hello students, how are you all? Hope you're fine and doing good. I welcome you all to my channel Economics is Interesting. Today we are going to cover a very small topic from unit number 1 of class 12 Telangana Board of Intermediate Education syllabus, that is developed and developing economies. So let's get started. So let's get started with the meaning of developed and developing economies. Starting with the developed economies, let me read out what do you mean by developed economy here. Countries with relatively high levels of economic growth and security are considered to have developed economies. It means the countries which are having high levels of economic growth. That means, what do you understand by economic growth? It is pretty simple. When the country's real national output increases, I repeat, when the country's real national output increases, then you call such increase with the name as economic growth here. So whenever a country's real national output increases, it is when you call that country as developed economy. And secondly, you should also find the country is having good amount of security. When the government provides security to the best level to its citizens, then you consider that country as a developed economy, because a country with good amount of income can only provide better security to the citizens of the nation. So that completes the meaning of this first paragraph. Coming to the second, or the other way of defining developed economy, is that a developed economy is an economy with a high level of economic activity. You know that what do you mean by economic activity here? When you talk about high level of economic activity, it simply says that economic activity is nothing but an activity after performing which you get a monetary benefit out of it. So when a developed economy is actually being observed in the economy, you see that it is having high level of economic activity there. That means they get a monetary benefit. In what way they get the monetary benefit? How they actually see the areas, and what are the areas through which they actually get the monetary benefit. So let us see, they are characterized by high per capita income, which is nothing but average income of an individual. That will be very high when it comes to developed countries. Next, it is per capita gross domestic product. That will also be high. We have also seen in your 11th class that what do you mean by gross domestic product here? Gross domestic product is nothing but the total value of goods and services produced in a country within a duration of 1 year. That is domestically. When you actually produce the goods, you consider that as a gross domestic product here. So when you call gross domestic product is at a high level, then that is one of the characteristic feature of a developed economy. Next is high level of industrialization. When it comes to industries, that is the secondary sector, you find that there are more number of developed industries, you find it in developed economy. Industries or the secondary sector percentage is more when it comes to developed economies. When you take the example of America, you find most of the industries over there, because of which they are getting the amount of national income in their country. There are other ways even through which they actually get it, but mostly when you actually focus on America's economy, it is the industries which are actually giving them more amount of national income. Next is developed infrastructure. Infrastructure is being developed in a way, it means that a developed infrastructure gives you the understanding of a good amount of electricity, power facility provided by the country. Second is the transportation facility provided by the country. And last but not the least is the communication facility provided. When the basic three facilities are provided by any country, you call such facilities provided by a country is a developed infrastructure facility. Now, when you see a developed economy, you find that there is also a technological advancement here. Apart from that, they are very innovative in nature. They actually substitute machines in place of men. They are very quick in doing that. So that is the most defining feature or a characteristic of a developed economy. Now the next is relatively high rank in human development, health and education. That means when a country is achieving high ranks in human development, now what do you mean by that? When a country achieves human development good ranks, when the citizen of the country is having income levels to a better level, which are good for their survival. Next is they are literate, they are educated. Now third is when they have a life expectancy. That means the people who are having ability, skill, talent, all those people who are educated, they should have a life duration of more years. That means the number of years, if they live more, then they can contribute for the development of the country and they can contribute for the development of themselves too. So human development contributes a lot for the development of a nation. When you take the examples of developed economy, it is Austria, United States and Europe, and there are many. If you see, there are many countries which are ranked by World Bank when it comes to developed economies on the basis of the GNI, which is nothing but gross national income of the country. The World Bank have given the ranks. Which country is the topmost? Which country is second? Which country is third? Which country is fourth? Likewise, they have given the ranks. I hope the concept of developed economy is pretty much clear to you all. Now coming to the developing economy. Developing economy in simple sense you can understand by the meaning that it is quite reverse of developed economy. It is nothing but a less developed economy, or it is otherwise also known as underdeveloped country or an underdeveloped economy, you can call it, where the industrial sector is very minor developed. It is very less percentage of industrial development have taken place there. And the human development index, which I have just now cleared to you in the developed economy concept, which says that it measures the development of humans with three aspects. One is income for better living. Second is for literacy, which is nothing but education. Third is the life expectancy of a person. So when you measure this human development index in developing economy, you find this is very low when you compare this relatively with other countries which are actually developed here. So developing economies have the features or a characteristic features quite opposite to the developed economies. So the examples of these are Afghanistan, India, Kenya, etc. There are many developing economies. The list goes on, but I have taken only 3 examples here of developing economy. Hope the concept of developed and developing economies is clear to you all. That's it for today. That's it in this video. Thank you all. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next video with yet another concept in class 12 Telangana State Syllabus Board of Intermediate Economics. Thank you once again. Thank you one and all.